All right, guys, what I want to show is what's called a Ryk shrink method, R-Y-K. This is really, really nice for cars with really thick window tint. It's very hard to shrink. I just want to show my method on how I like to shrink those. This really thick stuff. It seems like a lot easier to shrink this way, a lot faster. Sometimes you don't need to do it. If the window's easy, you don't need to do it. This window is actually not that hard, but you'll get the idea on a really hard window. Man, it saves a lot of time, a lot of frustration. But right now it's a dry shrink method, and I'm going to tape the edges. This is a typical H pattern, except with I've got the lock here in the middle as well. So now I've got 4 quadrants, and basically what I'm going to do is I've got 2 heat guns here, and one heat gun is going to shoot air underneath, and the other one I'm shooting air on the top. So you're getting heat from both sides, and that's actually what makes this so effective. But anyway, when I shoot the one underneath, it's going to parachute. You're going to see this whole thing like balloon up, and I had to put tape on the edges here and here in the middle so that it doesn't lift up. So that's what I'm doing right now. Also, when you do the dryer shrink method, there's soap right here. You got to wipe the soap off, otherwise the tape won't stick. So the tape there, piece here, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll go ahead and turn these heat guns on. They're pretty warmed up. All right, now these heat guns have adjustable temperatures on them. This one I'm setting to 1150, and that's going to be the one I use on the top. This one is set to 800, and that one's going to be the one shooting air underneath. So anyway, here we go. The distance of this heat gun is super important. You just basically want to see it parachuting up, and that's about it. You can stop right there. You don't need to get any closer. But what you're going to see with this method is how evenly this shrinks. It's incredible. That, and now I have to switch the heat guns. I want to keep the 800-degree one underneath. There we go again. This method is great for very thick tint, but I almost wouldn't recommend it on regular tint. It shrinks so fast on regular tint, you can't keep up with it. Alright, let's go to the other side. Alright, again, you're going to see it parachute up, the whole quadrant lifts up. And as you can see, the underheat gun is not really very close. We're just trying to get air underneath it. It's nice warm air. We just want to get a nice even shrink. Right? Lock this side down. Now again, this isn't exactly the hardest window. This is on a Lexus ES. But imagine a car like a Charger that actually does need a lot of shrink. This tint is a nightmare on those cars. By the way, this is Ultimate IR by Ceramic Pro is what this is. So it's very thick tint and it is very hard to shrink. But with this technique, man, it just lays right down. So hope that's informative.